Hey, it's Isabel from the Assisted Living Network. And if someone has told you RAL doesn't work with only 6 or 8 beds, they're lying. I'll show you how you can make it work and do good and do well with just a 6-bed home. In the United States right now, there are 76 million baby boomers. The number one dilemma for these baby boomers? Housing. That dilemma can be your opportunity. Welcome to the Assisted Living Network podcast, where you can discover how just one residential assisted living home could secure your financial future forever. So you live in California or a state where you're only allowed to have 6 residents in a home, and you want to know how to make your RCFE or RAL or whatever it's called in your area work. Well, let's get into it. First, I want you to consider something: reading the rules yourself and learning about variances. What I mean by that is this. For years and years and years, Californians came to our training and told us you can only have 6 residents. So I went and looked up the state regulations, and guess what? It's simply just not true. CalRegistry.com states in California, there are today over 8,100 licensed RCFEs. The term residential care refers to a system of non-medical custodial care which can be provided in a single-family residence. More than 90% of residential care homes are licensed for 6 or fewer residents housed in a private home setting. But that 10%, yes, they did their homework and found out that they can have more than 6 residents if they added fire suppression to their home and had the appropriate square footage and applied for a variance. Voila! Let's go, baby. Most RCFE owners just stuck with the 6-bed rule. And guess what? I'm not mad at it, because let's break it down. Average rates for care in California are right now around $7,000 to $9,000 a month per person. So let's call it $8,000 straight down the middle. If you have 6 residents who are paying $8,000 every single month, that's a gross income of $48,000. With your mortgage for a 4 or 5 bedroom home in a decent area, probably it's going to run you around $10,000 to $12,000 a month. And your expenses sitting around $30,000 a month to pay for staff and food and liability and insurance. And that brings you in about $6,000 to $8,000 a month on just one RAL home. Now, you didn't have to do a huge ground up build. You didn't have to do a huge renovation. The home you bought was basically ready to go for RAL, single level with adding ramps and guardrails. It's basically set. This is absolutely possible in California or another area that only allows for 6 residents, or even 8 residents, and you're charging less. Call it $6,000 a month. The math still maths. Now, this does not go without saying it's significantly harder to keep a 6-bed cash flowing consistently. There may be a month or 2 where you're down a resident, and that means no profit. So is it more difficult? Oh, yes. But is it impossible? No. The keys to making it work is sharing staff and having more than one home. When I talked to another RCFE owner in California, he said the best way to do this business is to go all in. He's like, it's harder to have one home than it is to have 3 or 4 homes. And I agree. We say that all the time at RAL Academy. So he suggests that you grow as fast as you can. And we do too. Having a 3-pack of care homes is so helpful. Some major pros to having a 6-bed care home: it's easy to manage. You can offer super low ratios with a 3 senior to 1 caregiver service. You don't have to do a massive renovation or a huge custom ground up build. But some cons: you have to be on top of your marketing because you can't afford to have a lot of open beds. You need to stay almost full or completely full at all times, which means location is going to be vital. And you also have to keep your rates for the residents quite high because you have to be able to afford your care staff. Consider this: Most RCFEs and 6-bed homes are run with the owner-operator living and working in the home. This is how they make it work. They eliminate that cost of having an administrator. Now, is it easier to have a 12-bed or a 16-bed care home? Yes, of course. And that's why I started this episode by sharing with you that it might actually be possible in your area and you don't even know yet. So always do your research, because if you are allowed and you're stopping at 6 because you think it's going to be easier or cheaper to get started, you're dead wrong. Always go for the max. If that is 6 and the math works, make it happen. And if that's 16, go big or go home, baby. I would never advise you or anyone to start small, but a 6-bed care home can work. So don't let the liars tell you otherwise. And don't forget to like and share this episode and follow us wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Thanks for listening to the Assisted Living Network.